What happened when your parents' strict rules backfired? My parents forced my sister to work 20 hours a week, but wouldn't let her keep a single dollar of it. We had the strictest money rule of any family I knew. Every penny we touched went straight to them. Birthday cash, found quarters, babysitting money, all of it. It didn't really affect me since I was only 11, but it destroyed my sister. She was 16, a junior, and worked at a bookstore where her paychecks went directly into our parents' account to build her college savings. Mom would say, "You'll thank us when you graduate debt-free," while measuring out exactly 2 tablespoons of peanut butter for our sandwiches. They were the most frugal people alive. They only paid for education, food, and shelter. My sister couldn't go to homecoming because the ticket was frivolous. She'd work entire weekends and watch her friends leave for Starbucks without her. My sister tried everything to change their minds. She offered to save 80% and keep 20. She created spreadsheets showing how she budgeted. She even found an app that would notify them of every purchase, but they refused. This is for your own good. When you're 18, you can make your own financial mistakes. My sister looked crushed. By then, she'd have missed junior prom, every school dance, every normal teenage experience that cost money. That's when my sister started her secret fund. She discovered the bookstore let employees keep cash tips. Small amounts, usually just $1 or $2 from customers who didn't want change. She'd slip them into her pocket and tell our parents, "Customers never tip here." Every tip went straight into a pad box she always carried in her backpack's inner pocket, hidden behind the actual pads. She promised herself this was only for real emergencies. Then our parents forced her to get a babysitting job to save more savings for college. But when she explained her situation to the families, they felt so bad they started giving her tips as grocery gift cards on top of the regular pay that went to my parents. She'd sell the cards to friends for 70 cents on the dollar, and that cash went right into the flowered pad pouch too. She never went anywhere without it. The only time she ever broke her emergency rule was when she forgot her lunch and hadn't eaten in 2 days. She used $3 for a school sandwich. She felt guilty about it for weeks. After our parents' 10 p.m. room check, she'd count her hidden money and track it in a period app. She made me promise never to tell. In exchange, she'd sometimes slip me $5 for keeping watch. It was our secret rebellion. Our parents never suspected anything. They even bragged to relatives about how we finally understood that money isn't for frivolous things. But then, one December night during her senior year, my sister got cornered and had no choice but to reveal everything. We were driving back from Grandma's 80th birthday party, 3 hours from home. The celebration ran late and we didn't leave until after 10. Suddenly, on a rural highway, the car made a horrible grinding sound and died. No one seemed worried at first except my sister. She kept checking the temperature on her phone. 12 degrees and dropping fast. We sat there while Dad tried the engine and Mom searched for a signal. After an hour, I couldn't feel my toes. My teeth were chattering so hard I bit my tongue. Mom wrapped us in the emergency blanket, but it barely helped. Finally, headlights appeared. The tow truck pulled up and the driver looked at our out-of-state plates. "Engine shot," he said after checking under the hood. "I can tow you to town." "Thank God," Dad said. "How much?" $200, cash only. "Nobody takes cards out here." Dad's face went white. He searched his wallet frantically while Mom dumped her purse. $23 total. "That's all we have. Please, can you take a check?" The driver shook his head. "Cash or I leave. The next truck won't come till morning if you're lucky." The windows were frosting from inside. Mom's lips were turning blue. The driver was walking back to his truck. "Wait," my sister said. She reached into her backpack and pulled out that flowered pad pouch she always carried. Her hands shook as she pulled out bill after bill from behind the pads. She counted out exactly $200 in 10s and 20s. "Please, just get us somewhere warm." Dad stared in complete shock but said nothing. The driver took the money and hooked up our car. At home the next day, our parents confronted my sister. "Where did you get that money?" She explained everything. 8 months of saving tips. The one time she used $3 for a sandwich when she hadn't eaten in 2 days. Every other dollar saved for real emergencies only. Dad looked up hypothermia exposure charts on his phone. At those temperatures, he read out loud, "Serious complications begin after 2 hours. We've been there for 90 minutes. Mom and Dad exchanged a long look. That weekend, they changed the rule to letting us keep half of what we earned.